Okay. So many years ago, when I was in high school, and I stress many, because I was in high school a long time ago. Back in the 90s. Okay. Back in the 90s, there was this dude I knew. His name was Jeremy. And I used to drop over from school in my sweet Isuzu Rodeo. And he was like, dude, I need a ride. Can I have a ride? And I was like, sure. So, but then he was like, yeah, but I can't go home yet because my parents are home, yada, yada, yada. So whatever. He was hanging over at my house. And he said, hey, man, can I hop on your computer? And he didn't talk like that. But whatever. For the duration of this story, for this little anecdote, he will talk like that. It's like, I got this game I like to play. So then he turned this game on, and it was a white box, a Telnet box, with black text scrolling up and down. And I'm like, what is this shit? This is not a game. I was expecting some Mech Warrior or something. You know, some sweet shit like that. And sure enough, he was playing, no, it's a cool game. It's online. It's like an RPG. And I'm like, no, you're stupid. Get the fuck out of my house. And I made him walk home. But then I started playing, and I was like, wow, this shit is confusing and stupid and weird. Yada, 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 10 years later. Or no. So I played this game off and on for years. So it was a MUD. And if you don't know what a MUD is, it's the easiest way to describe it is take something like World of Warcraft, an MMO, an RPG, and rip out all the fucking graphics. It's just text. But it's cool because it doesn't have the limitations that a game that's limited by graphics is, you know? Like you can... I hate going back to this example. But for example, if you wanted to enter a dude's asshole in the game, like just navigate an asshole, you can do that by typing navigate asshole. And all of a sudden you're inside of an asshole, you know? You can do that because it's just text. But you can't you can't go into a dude's asshole or a lady's asshole in like World of Warcraft because whatever. They don't have the graphics for that. It's just silly. But, you know, it wouldn't be easy for the people who make World of Warcraft to go, okay, tomorrow all of a sudden you're going to be able to go into people's assholes. But in this game you could because it's all text. Whatever. It's cool. It's addictive. It had a great class-based system, which is why I played it. It was called Chaos. Chaos Blade, actually, it was called back in the day. Now it's just called Chaos. Well, years ago, this MUD that I played off and on for years because it's really great. You know, you might know my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy Tactics. One of the reasons I like it is because it's got all these great job classes, all these great skills. Well, this game was awesome for some of those same reasons. They had really kick-ass classes you can group and all that stuff. It's a fucking MMO, but in text. And not very massive, especially not these days. But years ago it went down. But recently somebody sent me an email saying, dude, this fucking text game that you always talked about, is working again because some dude started up. So I started playing again, and yeah, this is where we are now. Now I'm playing this text-based game called Chaos, and if you want to play it, you go to www.chaosmud.com and click connect and be open-minded because it's all in text. But it's cool. I know this sounds weird, but it's one of the most beautiful MUDs I've ever seen, meaning the color coding is really awesome. But it's awesome and it's addictive, and a lot of other people from the 4Player Podcast community have been playing it, and we can group and we can level up, and basically y'all can level up while I group with you and do nothing and whatever. Yada, yada, yada. It'll be cool. But more importantly, the reason I'm shooting this video is because MUDs aren't very popular these days, and it's hard for MUDs to stand out. And what I want to see happen is everybody to vote for this MUD specifically, because this is the one I played for so many years. Even though it's not the most popular, we could get its player base up if not only y'all played, but y'all voted for this MUD on, I think it's MUD Connector. Well, someone can post the link in chat, and I'll click that link, but it doesn't really matter what I tell you because you'll click this link right here. Right here next to the box and go vote for this, you'll vote for this MUD, so when the people go to this like MUD hosting domain site, or not a hosting site, but when everybody sees, oh, these are all the cool popular MUDs, this one will be at the top of the list. Y'all can make it happen. And do this because we used to do our top video games of all time, and I think we've gone up to 25 before, and this game is in my top 25 games of all time. It's that fucking cool. So click this link. It takes 2 seconds to register and vote. You can vote once a day for this MUD, so everybody knows about it and everybody can play it, and y'all should play it too. But don't everybody log in at the same time because y'all might crash it. Yeah. Yeah. You got to vote for it over on mudconnect.com. But click this link. It'll take you directly to the registration / vote for it. Anyways, the game's called Chaos MUD. It's awesome. Play it. Vote for it. Only because I told you to, because I love it and it's awesome. That's it. And hopefully, see, like, come on, man. I'm pretty sure OK Computer, which is the name of a great album, wouldn't have been taken if you would have just tried to register OK Computer. But no, you had to have OK Computer 69. Why did you put the 69 on there? So stupid. That kind of discounts the awesomeness of Radiohead anyways. Now you're letting people know that children like Radiohead too these days, and that bothers me. Anyways, what are we talking about? Whatever, just click the fucking link. Or else I'll have to make another video. That's it. Somebody's got to cut this now. Oh, sweet podcast award. Podcastawards.com. It's that sweet place that, all these podcasts, they go, oh, we want to be the best. Vote for us. And, they got all these podcasts on there, and everybody tries to win the award. But guess who won it for 2009? 4-Player Podcast. Guess what else? Guess what else was nominated? Giant Bombcast. Anybody ever heard of that? That little podcast with Jeff Gerstmann and Ryan Davis and all those schmoes. Looks like they couldn't beat us out. How about The Instance? That crappy WoW. I'm just kidding. I never heard of it. That WoW. I never heard of it. That WoW podcast. That's always number 1 over on iTunes. Didn't win. They didn't win. You know why? Because the 4-Player Podcast community... What am I even talking about here? Let's see what else was nominated. Let's make fun of them. Podcastawards.com. How long is this video? I can't make it too long, otherwise... Oh, yeah! The CADcast got nominated. Who had won before? They have won in the gaming category. But you know what? They didn't win. Also, Area 5 Co-op, have you heard of that? Those guys that left 1UP to make a video podcast didn't win. You know why? Because 4-Player Podcast won. Do you smell that? It smells like victory and diamond. Okay, but really, that's it. All these WoW podcasts. Dude, WoW sucks. Just kidding. Unless you like WoW. And if you like WoW, go vote for this MUD.
I swear, you're going to be playing Diablo 3 when that shit comes out.
No, I'm not.
Diablo 3? Why do you think it's called the El Diablo?
They got a category for...
Brad, why do you think it's called El Diablo?
Because you fight and kill Diablo. They have a category for...
Don't make a deal with the devil, Brad.
For Best Mature Podcast. Oh, Adam Carolla's podcast won. Ooh. Adam Carolla's so cool. What do you think his podcast award is? Fucking Adam Carolla. Probably the only one on his shelf. I'll fight you in a boxing match, Adam Carolla. Who else got nominated? The Jam Hole. That does sound pretty mature.